And we're live, folks. How's it going? Hey, guys, for anybody who's listening, who's tuned in to our podcast, this is Musicmandir Podcast with Shravani. Uh,
Episode 5.
Episode 5, it's Shravani with Jatin, with me,
What's up?
Akash. Hey. And the first question, as every other time, would be what have you guys been listening to? I hope you had a good week. But what I'm more interested in knowing than your week is what have you been listening to? So, Jatin, you want to tell us what's up?
Yeah, for sure. Been listening to like a lot of new music put out by independent artists. I think in the last couple of weeks. So one has been like this pretty cool electro pop single by a singer songwriter called Kavya.
All right.
She has performed previously with like a lot of other bands, but she really put out this really cool single with a music video. So the song's called Quinn, Quin. The music video also is really nice. We'll probably link it in the description. It's also part of our Music Mandir playlist. So if you guys wanna check it out.
Is
So
it?
Kavya, yeah.
Go on.
Go ahead. Yeah, so it's there's a lot of focus on songwriting here. So there's a lot of lyrical representation. There's a lot of lyrical imagination and ideas flowing, and it was just really fun how the song is structured. It's got a lot of tension. Starts off slow, and then suddenly there's like a drop, and then speeds up. I really enjoyed it. So check it out for sure.
What's the
Another
name
artist
again?
has
What's the
been-
name again?
It's called Kavya. The artist is Kavya Trehan.
Okay.
I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But the name of the song is Quinn, Quin. So
I hope you're pronouncing that right too, because I've heard at multiple places Quin is usually like if you look at the Chinese letters, it usually comes out as chi. So
Really?
yeah. So it's
But
chi.
why would you look at
Really?
Chinese?
I can speak like very basic Mandarin. Because I
Wow.
was trying to teach myself
That's nice.
during
Damn.
I think we need to like switch the podcast in like
Yeah.
Mandarin now.
like
Chinese.
你好, 你方哇, 炒饭, something like it's
Guys,
I was-
we'll have subtitles, don't worry.
We'll have subtitles.
Oh,
yeah.
I have
But
forgotten what I learned. I learned so many phrases when the lockdown started. I was like, I'm gonna master Mandarin by the time lockdown ends.
it is a very cool language though.
So it's a
cool
beautiful
sounding language.
Oh yeah. So yeah, what else? What else have you been listening to?
So Kavya has been one artist. Another artist has been Dhruv Vishwanath.
Okay.
I've just been really enjoying like his latest songs, which he's been putting out in the last 2 or 3 months. He's actually put out like a couple of songs. I believe his last single has been Carry, but there's a song by him called Right, Write, which I really enjoyed. He put up a really nice lyric video, like a music video,
Okay.
and it was pretty impressive. Like I just think like as a
Is that him?
songwriter, as yes, that's him.
That's him.
As an independent artist, there's a lot of creativity and a lot of creative process that goes behind putting quality content. I think I really appreciate that, and his music's been great. He's a guitarist as well as a singer, and his guitar playing is some of the most unique sounding guitar playing that I've heard. Right, so he does like the percussion, also his playing and his singing. Like, it's almost like a complete package. He's like really
I think
impressive.
a lot of storytelling also in his
Yeah, for
songs.
sure.
Oh, you guys have been listening to him for a while, it seems, right?
I actually used to listen to his music way back, like maybe like a few years back, and then for a long time I hadn't, and then I came across like his newer singles now, and it was just fresh. Like I loved it. Very nice, very cool. And then I've also enjoyed like the music videos, the lyric videos and all. It's been fun, man. There's a lot of effort, like which goes into like these simple things. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Dhruv for the awesome music. He's also part of like the playlist. So if people wanna
Yeah, we
check
gotta
him
link
out.
up the
Check
Music
him
Mandir
out,
playlist.
guys.
Yeah. And do follow all of the artists we're mentioning on their Instagram profiles and SoundCloud and YouTube. Uh, yeah, that's about it. And then there's the Light Years Explode that just released like
Yeah, new
their
album.
single. I
Oh
think
yeah,
like 2 days back. So the Light Years Explode is like used to be this awesome punk, heavy rock kind of blues rock band that came out. It was a trio, and they've had couple of lineup changes. Uh, but the last time they played was like a few years back,
I know that.
and
Yeah,
they now recently launched their latest single. uh, I don't know the name. I think yeah, it's called Satire, and they've completely flipped their uh, direction of music. So what used to be like punk and hard rock, they're going more to like a pop flavored approach, changing in their songwriting styles and experimenting with like new rhythms and tempo and all. But it was amazing. Like I heard the single, and everyone should check it out also. So the Light Years Explode, and they're
that,
gonna come out with their EP in the next. So they're doing things like releasing a single every couple of weeks, like
Oh wow.
until they release all the tracks. So I'm pretty excited by that because I've always enjoyed their music.
there is a
And
story about the Light Years Explode. It was like a few years ago, as you mentioned, right? My
yeah,
brother came back from a Pentagram gig, and he comes back, and I was like, "How was the gig?" And he's like, "Yeah, Pentagram is like awesome as always." But another band came in today. They were performing one of their early gigs, and "Kya band tha yaar?" And I was like, "Okay, what was it called?" He's like, "It was called The Light Years Explode." And that's when I
yeah,
first heard of it. He's like, they just came in and they just ate up the whole scene. They were like,
yeah. So they're pretty
mad
well known
when they're live. Yeah.
for their live performances because there's like a lot of energy jumping around, and their songs are very catchy. Song, very head bobbing type of environment. So I'm pretty excited about their upcoming music also. So yeah, that's been what I've been listening to last couple of days. What about you guys?
What about you, Shravani? What's happening?
Yeah. So I thought I've like last few weeks I've been listening to similar music. No, even my recommendations were quite similar. So I thought I'll like
Yeah,
do some experimental stuff this time, and I was like actively searching for like experimental stuff happening, and I came across Malfunction, and I think a lot of you guys might be knowing about it. I mean, I think you guys do too.
yeah.
But what music, dude? It's such a trip. I mean, the first thing that attracted me was of course art, beautiful art,
Right,
and
right.
it's actually a more of a audio visual experience than just music.
Yeah. So I
So
think
it
like
really complements.
sorry to like interrupt you, but
No, no,
but
no.
malfunction goes into like the electronic genre, right? So there's
Yeah,
a lot of
definitely.
dance,
It's
electronic. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. And it's such a trip. It's like dope. Like you just listen to it and then you forget that you're listening to it and then just goes on and you go on a journey to I don't know what. And
It's a trip.
for
Yeah.
anybody who's not checked it out, it's a trip. It's definitely like a literal journey kind of trip, but like pun
Yeah, I think
intended.
there's a lot of
So
psychedelic influences
yeah,
also, like
yeah, I think
for sure.
so.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, one of my favorites is Rani. It's based like it's an ode to the local trains of Mumbai, and like I have a thing for Mumbai, so then I really got attracted to that whole thing, and
Yeah,
it's like a journey, and then it's on the local,
correct.
and it's just such a story. I love it.
So for the
So
people
that's
who are
something
for
you
the
should
people who
check
are
it
not
out.
our friends, not our usual listeners, Shravani is from Pune and not from
Oh
Mumbai.
yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah,
thanks for that. I have a thing for Mumbai, man. Like it's just
From the great city of Pune.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah, I happened to meet Malfunction in a party like a couple of times, I guess, maybe once or it was twice. I don't quite remember, as you can see, because it was a
yeah.
party for obvious
Yeah.
reasons.
but
And
but the real question is, was it one of the parties that Arnab Goswami is talking about?
Yeah. In fact, I think there's a strong need for Arnab to be at such parties actually, just to calm himself
Yeah,
down.
yeah. So
Like
next time, like,
just
I think you need to like invite him, so that
Yeah, dude.
he doesn't freak out like that much.
Make him
yeah.
You
listen
know?
to some
Was it a
malfunction.
party or was it a gig? I don't exactly, because all I remember is this beautiful lights and some music and 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 I was very tired and I was
Yeah.
very
Was he
sleepy.
performing or
No,
you
he
just
was not.
met
He
him?
was not. I just
Okay.
happened to meet a very sweet, very
Okay.
cool guy.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Malfunction is not
Oh,
even
his
his.
name is
Yeah,
Aditya.
yeah, Adamaru.
That I forgot to
Yeah,
mention.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So
we'll
definitely
link
check
it
him
up.
out.
Yeah, we'll
We'll,
link it up in the description.
yep,
Yes.
absolutely. What
Yeah.
else? What else have you been
And
up to?
and another really amazing band that I've been listening to is Dream Note. And as you can gather from their name, such a cool name. I love the name. Super. It's like totally in my niche. I don't know. But
Wait, do you like the name because it's similar to anime and is similar to Death Note?
maybe, but that's
Yeah,
okay. That's one of the reasons.
that's
Okay,
definitely
it's
one of
like
the reasons.
Death Note, Dream Note, but it's not
Oh,
related.
you're a fan of Death Note and stuff like that, is it?
Yeah, dude. Death
Yeah.
Note rocks.
Oh, really? That's so cool.
Yeah, I love anime, and I made Jatin watch some. So yeah.
Do you also like? The only anime that I really watched and really enjoyed was not the only in the sense. The one that I'm aware of is Samurai Champloo.
Oh, it must be like a fighting samurai thing, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't watched this. I haven't watched. I think it's super old, so yeah.
It's also it's one of those shows which involves the hip hop aesthetic with with anime obviously, and this is just
Yeah.
being extremely
But
uh,
speaking of anime, I think like there's this incredible world of like anime music also. Because
Yes,
I
definitely.
randomly
There's a
came across
playlist and
some,
everything.
yeah, I know, I randomly came across some guitarist, some Asian guitarist who was
Okay.
playing some anime soundtrack, right? Like some theme song or something which I had no idea about. But when I
Yeah.
heard it, I was like blown away because he was
It
really
is
like
beautiful.
musically it was kind of insane. Like it was
Yeah.
brilliant.
one of the
Yeah.
two of the greatest hip hop / electronic tracks that I've ever heard are from Samurai Champloo, right? One of them is the opening track for Samurai Champloo called Battle Cry, which is
Okay.
which is just unbelievably cool. And I urge anybody who's
Right.
not heard it to listen to it. It's just outstanding, the opening sequence. And then there is another one which has become very famous now. It's called Aruarian Dance.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh
Nujabes.
yeah.
That's Nujabes. Everything in Samurai Champloo is
Oh,
Nujabes. That's his music.
I love Nujabes, man.
Nujabes
Actually,
is
yeah, Akash only recommended
yeah.
Nujabes to me, and then I've been hooked since.
So
He's an incredible artist.
and yeah, like he's basically done all the music. He had done all the music when he was alive for Samurai Champloo, and it's just it's just like you're like half the time you're like, wow, how is he thinking of this? And some of the stuff is so simple and so beautiful, and
Yeah.
paints such a beautiful picture. But I don't want to digress too much. But yeah,
We should
Yeah,
have like
coming
an
back to
anime.
Dream
We should have like an anime episode like once. Maybe.
Totally.
Yeah.
Let's
but
do that. Please, let's do that.
it's a for me, it's personally, it's a field which I do not know anything about.
Yeah,
But we
same
can
here.
talk about music and anime, like the mixture of them.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, of course. Like because I'm also like completely in the dark. Like when it comes to like music in anime series and its influences and stuff like that. So definitely next episode we're doing
Next episode is
Anime
definitely,
music.
definitely like 1 week it's gonna take you to become an expert in
yeah.
anime.
I like the coming week I'm just gonna be
We're
listening
doing
to
this.
like anime music.
We gotta watch some also. Gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Need some
absolutely,
recommendations. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Okay, coming back to Dream Note, guys.
Yeah.
So there's this one song. It's called "Kaisi Hai Ye Jagah," and they recently released it, and it's such a beautiful track. Yeah, that's them.
That's them.
So that's them.
Whoa, that's quite a lot of them.
Music
There's
is
6.
beautiful. There's 6. Yeah, there's 6 people,
Okay.
and beautiful track. It questions a lot of things. like existential level questions. This is my understanding of the song and what I felt. And I
Right.
think if there are people, which I'm sure there are, who are listening to this and question life all the time like I do, please listen to
Yeah.
this song. And it's okay if you don't get answers. That's what it says, I feel like. It just asks questions about life and where you are, and just
That's
like the way we
awesome.
do. Very, very
I was
soulful, beautiful
probably gonna
track.
link this in as well so people
Yes.
can check them out.
Yes. And their other tracks are also pretty amazing. So definitely
Well,
check them out.
they
Yeah.
look like a proper rock band. Is that's what they are? Is it? As
Uh, rock, soul, little bit
Okay.
mixture. Yeah, yeah.
A little bit of everything, I think.
Yeah. I think it's also like more storytelling and lyrics, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dream Note it
Beautiful
honestly,
stuff.
is.
That's yeah.
what else?
What
What
And
about
else?
you, Akash?
just one more thing I want to quickly tell
Yeah.
you guys is Anuv Jain, if you know him, has released a new single in the last 2 weeks, I think, last 2 weeks ago, and beautiful track. It's called Alag Asman. And if you're feeling low, you're missing someone, you're just sad about the pandemic, listen to the song. It's gonna make everything okay. It's just a very
That's
fun
like a
track.
guarantee. That's a guarantee from
Yeah, like
Shravani.
guarantee. I give you guarantee. Just listen to it. And if you
So
haven't checked Anup Jain out,
Anuv
yeah,
Jain.
check him out. Yes, he's
Okay.
beautiful songwriter. Yeah,
Yeah,
songwriter, musician.
I found him on Instagram. This is one of the things I've started doing so much. I'm becoming good at finding people on Instagram.
Stalking.
Yeah.
Yeah, love his
That's
cover art are also beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's quite
Very,
nice.
very warm.
Alag Asman.
I love
Okay.
how a lot of these guys, as they have sort of started to promote their music through
Yeah,
very visual platforms like Instagram.
yeah.
The art becomes better and better and better because
Like
eventually
yeah,
it's competing for
true.
your attention, right? So
Oh yeah,
it has
absolutely.
to stand out for you to
Yeah.
stop back and have a look at it. I was
Actually, a lot of his art is like very catchy, and that's how I first got to know about him. There's another one called Ocean, and that has beautiful art as well. It's just I don't know where
yeah,
it
I
is,
mean,
but
art is
Yeah,
bomb.
no, but it's this the same thing with even Dhruv Vishwanath and
yeah,
Kavya also is that the amount of effort and the amount of creative energy that they put into things other than just the music
yeah,
is pretty remarkable.
definitely.
It's a pure package.
So
That's the
yeah.
reason I think you discovered like somebody like a Malfunction also, right? You're just going through your timeline and you're like, oh my
Yeah,
Oh
god,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
that
exactly. That's
Malfunction
the
part.
also.
first thing that catches your eye before
For
you actually
anybody,
listen to the
for
music.
anybody wondering what a Malfunction's page looks like, look at this stuff, man. I mean, it's just gorgeous.
Damn.
So it's also kind of they're also kind of broadening like the horizon of their audience. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
only like a audio musical
Yeah,
approach, so they're basically garnering attention also from designers and graphic artist people,
yeah,
that
oh,
that
definitely.
kind of relate to some of the art that they put out along with their music. So it's pretty fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. This is some
That's cool. Yeah.
beautiful stuff right
Yeah.
there, right? Like everything is just it's just very interesting for me how art has evolved now. And it's actually a very similar thing, like it's almost like being in a record store in the 70s and the early 80s or something,
Oh,
right? Like
absolutely, man.
you're like you're shuffling through things and you look at a
yeah.
beautiful sleeve and you're like, oh, I like the artwork. This is not a band I've heard before, but I'm going to give it a
Let's
chance
try
because
it
the
out. Yeah.
artwork is so good.
Yeah, like I remember I had a record of so not me, so my friend had a record of Pink Floyd's The Wall, and it was so insane, like inside, like the artwork when you open it up and you have disc one, you have disc two, the sleeve art, like the efforts that
Yeah.
go into like the storytelling of all the record. Uh, it's amazing, and that's what makes it even more precious. Like you have the physical copy, but you
You
also have
keep it
part of,
right.
yeah, you have part of
Yeah.
that creative process. And now everything being digital, many of that is not possible, but it's nice to see like the effort being taken
Mm-hmm.
into at least what is that called, like you get like a connection. So even when you're on Spotify and you play a single, you get that art that's displayed on the
Yeah,
page. So
correct.
that
correct.
But
also it
Yes.
becomes
but
like a representation.
but do you guys think that's like a big substitute for uh it's not a great substitute for owning a piece? I know, Jatin, you own like a lot of records yourself, right, for your vinyl player. And
Yeah,
the ownership of having like a it's almost like having a piece of art, audio visual piece of art. You can look at the sleeve and read the songs from there while you're playing it at the
yeah,
same time. That's a
Yes.
yeah.
different feeling altogether.
It
That's
is.
Experience.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. Like there's so many of like so many of the sleeve artworks that I can even frame it up and like make it like a permanent piece of uh,
yeah.
like art. But yeah, it is like a cake, right? Like when you open the sleeve and yeah, like I recently bought like a Jimi Hendrix record, and then that had like a bunch of information of like each track, right? So like there's a track, and then there's like a literal half-page story which says, "Oh, this was the day when these guys went to so and so studio, and then this one wasn't there, and they called this guy
Yeah.
and they recorded it, and then the tape got burned, but then they recovered it." It's really
Yeah.
fascinating, right? You get
It's
like real accounts.
it's actually funny,
Uh,
yeah. Now that we're at it, right? Like let's just play a small game, right? Like let's just what's your favorite art? Let's just look it up. What's your favorite art? Like Shravani, yours, and what's yours,
Oh
Jatin?
my god.
like
What's
for
my
a
favorite
musical
art?
artist.
Yeah.
Uh, so something
I
that's
really
right on the
like.
top of my head is the artwork from By the Way, the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
All right.
That's
That's
because you love them.
yeah, I do, but it's also like the artwork, right? So like if you actually just look at the artwork, you would like for example Shravani, who's not heard the record, but if you look at the artwork,
Hmm.
Are
it
you
would
talking
be
about
interesting
the
to see.
naked blue lady?
Yeah, so it would be interesting to see Shravani's reaction. Like, can you like
I'm gonna open that. Yeah. What about you, Shravani?
Yeah, I think on the top of my head, I think this. Fuck, what is that name? One Republic's art.
What was it
This
called?
One Republic.
which album or
which
something?
album?
Uh, Open it now. It'll just come up. It's like the famous. I don't remember the name, but the art is beautiful. It's very trippy and glowy and colored,
Why am I? Oh, okay.
gold,
One Republic
neon.
is not One Direction, right?
No, it's not One Direction.
No.
I'm so sorry.
What?
Fuck! I cannot believe I'm even saying. Which one is it?
Uh,
Just put album art, right?
Album art, yeah. Put album art, dude.
Yo, album covers. Yo, oh, wow. Okay, they have some dope.
Yeah, look at this stuff. Their whole style is like. I love this. I love the ones with the 3 bars.
I like the
It's very
first one,
cool.
the One Republic.
It also screams digital for me in many
Yeah,
ways,
it does. Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Very
it's
cool.
very modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh fuck, this is actually very.
Neon.
Yeah, it's a what is this? Is a word for this kind of art these days, isn't it? Retrowave,
Surreal. I don't know.
retrowave,
I don't
retrowave.
know.
Yeah. Vaporwave. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Not retrowave. Vaporwave.
Vaporwave. Yeah, I've
Vaporwave.
heard of that.
Yeah, and this is Chili Peppers.
Ooh.
Woo! This
See,
seems
that was
like
kind
a-
of cool, man. This looks like a kid like drew it,
Yeah,
right?
it does.
Like it looks like something
It looks
you
like
would
a
do.
stamp also. It's like a
And
post stamp or something.
Yeah, and what I love about it is like it's so like just by looking at this cover, like if you walk to a record store and you didn't know the Red Hot Chili Peppers, you saw this, you would have like no idea of what the music inside it is. Like, it's
Yeah,
just
man.
it's just so
Yeah.
out there, and that
Yeah.
just like it's very exciting.
I
What about
I,
yours,
I,
Akash?
I also love the other one. I'll tell you mine. Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know, one of their great albums, Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
Blood
Right?
Sugar Sex. Oh yeah, of course.
This is also
Yeah, actually, that
magnificent,
was
man. Oh fuck! I've always loved this.
Oh, it is.
it is
quite.
super cool. Yeah, it's like
I
the
don't know which way
perfect
to
term.
look.
Yeah, you can look at it either way,
Either
right?
way, it's just superb stuff, man.
Yeah.
Superb.
It is.
I opened up the album that I think also, which is Bitches Brew. Have you heard Miles Davis's Bitches
Oh
Brew?
yeah, Miles Davis, right?
Yeah, this
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, that's pretty dope.
that's just trippy as fuck for me. I mean, it's
It
just
is.
it's
Yeah, it
it's
is.
Like,
it's
It
wow, a
is
lot,
very.
lot is happening.
yeah
Lots of
yeah
things are happening.
yeah yeah. I mean, one of his most experimental and probably one of his best albums if you actually just listen to it. But
I even like the White Stripes like album arts are like very cool. They do like this really
oh yeah.
specific color combination thing.
Yes.
So there, so I forget which album, but just search for album art.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, these are like pretty cool. So if you go down, there's yeah. So the black and white one, I thought that was like really cool.
This one.
No, where to go? Go up.
Everything is black and red.
Yeah, okay.
Blood cells. Yeah.
But you know, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
their whole
they kept
style is
having
like that.
they
Kept
kept
it
having
sharp.
the same theme. Yeah, just the red
It's very
and everything.
recognizable.
Everything was red and white, right? So even when they played live, like his guitar would be
Okay.
red, and her drums would be like white, and that was pretty
You
cool.
know what it looks like? It looks like candy.
It does.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks like candy to me. Oh, they have a candy somewhere. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's the approach, man. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Though.
I think they branded it here. That way.
Very
Fuck.
cool band. I love the White Stripes.
We
Beautiful.
should do one whole thing about like art, album art.
Oh yeah, we should. We should.
I
You're
got
getting content for all podcasts.
I yeah no I got really intrigued by that whole like what art do you like, and then there's like you can
Yeah.
spend hours and hours and hours and hours discussing about
Yeah.
who is good and who is who, like there've been people who've just collaborated multiple times with like a same artist, right? Like my first example that comes on the
Yeah.
top of my head is Radiohead always collaborating with the artist Stanley Donwood, and pretty much every album cover I think since OK Computer since 1997 has been done by Stanley Donwood. I'm pretty sure there are other bands also which are like that who sort of
Yeah,
work.
I think Pink Floyd also had like a chief art designer that helped them do like most of the covers.
Led Zeppelin had Jimmy Page, I think, who designed uh, his own uh, his own logo. Like four symbols is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
the
Zeppelin thing.
Zozo thing.
Zoso.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they also ended up like designing their own stuff, and either they found it from books or they just designed it themselves. And
Jimmy Page was like heavily into like black magic and stuff, right?
yeah, he was a big fan of Aleister Crowley.
Yeah.
Who's who's like one of the occultists from the 1920s. It was a very different story about Aleister Crowley. We'll go into it some other time. But yeah, he was
Yeah.
supposed to be like a satanic dude, and it was very interesting. So yeah,
So there's this. So this just reminds me of this fun story. Like back in the 70s, there was this whole conservative Christians who basically thought that rock and roll music and like metal music is like
Of
the music
Satan.
of the devil, Satan's music. So Led Zeppelin had come out with Led Zeppelin 4, and Stairway to Heaven was like this masterpiece of a song. And then people like there were people who said that if you play Led Zeppelin, if you play the song backwards, you can hear the devil saying something like "kill yourself" or something like that. So there was this whole narrative that they had like these dark messages within the records, and then that was corrupting the children and all of that. So there was one of my favorite comedians, Bill Hicks. So he had this joke. He said that if you're in a bedroom listening to a record, playing it backwards, hoping that the devil would speak to you, you are the devil, who's playing the record backwards. You don't have to look anywhere. Like it's
dude,
just,
I
it's
didn't know
psycho.
you're a and to fuck with
Dude, Bill Hicks like
is
literally
the
changed my
god.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah.
It
So
changed my
like
perspective on so many things.
that was like crazy. So and that's so true. Like if you're actually listening to like a record backwards, like you don't have to look for the devil, dude. Like you are the devil. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Fuck. We are running out of.
Akash, what have you been listening to? You didn't tell us yet.
Yeah,
We
Akash,
only have 10 minutes, and I have to.
you have to speed up.
You
I don't
can
have to
quickly
speed
tell
up.
us one at least.
Oh, I've been listening to a lot of stuff, a lot of indie stuff, but somehow my indie playlists are usually synced in a way that they play stuff from all over the world. However, I've been following a lot of guys on Instagram who make fantastic music just from in that context. And there's a
Go for
guy,
it.
Roncha. Have you guys heard of Roncha? Who's a pianist?
Nope.
Yeah.
If I'm unless I'm mistaken, he's from Guwahati. Uh, and Roncha is like very recently. I mean, I've been following him for a while now. What I've realized also is that he's a great pianist, but he has a beautiful singing voice.
Hmm.
And I mean, I wonder why I was surprised hearing that he just passed out from Berklee School of Music.
Okay,
And
Oh.
then he's brilliant. Yeah.
yeah, he is.
Let's just leave
He's
it at
pretty
that.
awesome. I think he was sent to US on A.R. Rahman scholarship, if I'm not
Wow.
mistaken. But yeah, you should totally check out his music. I'm gonna link his Instagram profile so that anything that he comes up with, I don't
Right.
think he's doing too much of recording, but he puts out a video almost every day of him playing piano and singing. And like for me, beyond the Spotify's and the Bandcamps of the world, IG has become a big source of discovering great music
Yeah.
for the
Right.
ones who even barely think of following us. Like Jatin and I met on IG, so
Yeah.
yeah, like
It was,
started jamming because of Instagram. So for me, Roncha's music has been fantastic. I've been saving a lot of his stuff, trying to sing over that, and trying to just see how he's doing things in a very interesting way. It's just
Right.
him and a piano, and he's playing some gospel or R&B, and it's a lot of fun to listen to. Apart from that, everything else which I've been listening to is extremely indie, but it's not essentially from the scene. It's been from across the world. So right now, I would refrain from giving my expert opinion on that stuff. But yeah, so
Yeah. So I think we got like a bunch of like different genre artists. And
Yeah.
we'll include all the details in the description, in the timestamps. Um, we can also probably link the playlist that we have going.
We
We
will.
have
We
like
will.
over 100 artists there, constantly being updated with like any new music that gets released that we are aware of.
yeah,
And in case people want to share their music with us, by all means, please contact us.
Let us know in
And
the comments.
yeah, let us know in the comments. Subscribe, share, listen, watch, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
yeah.
And yeah, keep safe.
Keep safe, people, and keep listening to music.
And we will
So
see you next week. And Jatin will tell us about anime.
Yeah, I'm in, man. I think I'm in the mood to finally dive into the deep side of anime. Actually, the one that
Killer.
you recommended, like I quite enjoyed it. Like Death Note.
You did. I
It was
know.
cool.
You
Yeah,
saw it?
of course I did.
You were like, hey, I'm not watching so much stuff where
I
it's too
did,
much
I did.
investment of time.
Yo,
Like,
we need to
what?
censor this part. That first of all, I don't I don't speak like that, and I never said I won't. Like I literally asked for suggestions and you suggested, and then I was like, okay, I'll watch it because I don't have anything better to do anyways.
It is beautiful. We're definitely going to talk about this
Yeah,
in a future podcast.
let's definitely talk about like anime music. Shravani can give us like a lowdown on what anime is, what's good, what's not, and then we can interrupt her as usual.
And all the
Okay.
artists who have been listening to us, if you guys would like to come on our podcast, please
Oh yeah.
contact us and we will love to have you.
Yes.
And we will see you next week.
See you next week. Bye guys.
bye, guys.